everybody, I'm Anna, welcome back to SilverPenguinArtyCrafty. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and then the bell when YouTube asks for home decor, DIY, how-to crafts and lifestyle videos every single week. Today I'm very excited. I'm starting my 12 DIYs of Christmas. Now my first DIY is this fabulous Christmas countdown. I will be bringing you 12 DIYs from now until Christmas, each one with a slightly different theme, and here are a selection of the ones that I will be showing you. So let's go ahead and get started.
For this DIY we're going to need this board. Now this is an old palette board I've had. As you can see, it's got 2 patterns down the back here and 3 panels across. And I have stained this a very light with stain colour. Next you're going to need a printout or a stencil. I'm using a printout. It says Christmas Countdown on the top for my title, and I've got the numbers 1 through to 25. 1 for each day of December leading up to Christmas Day. You're also going to need a paint of your colour. I'm choosing white. This is for once you've transferred the letters and the numbers onto the board. And to do so I'll need a pencil as well to shade in the back. I'll show you this shortly. I'm also going to need some picks to go up the sides, sort of lift the board a little bit. I've picked up this selection. This is in a local garden centre, Dobbies, and it's got a number of different ones. Got some poinsettias, some little red flowers, a bit of greenery and some holly and some cones. I'm also going to use this red ribbon. It's kind of a satiny ribbon. I'm going to make this into a small bow for the wreath to highlight the day of the Christmas countdown. And talking of the wreath, I'm going to use this green pipe cleaner, make it the size I need to cover each number. I'm going to twist it round, and this is going to form the wreath to highlight the number. So now to get started. So I'm going to turn over my printouts. And I don't have any stencils. If you have stencils to use your numbers, then that's absolutely fine. Go ahead and do that. But as I don't have those, I'm going to shade in the backs of each number and each letter. As you see now, the letters coming in. And then I'm going to turn these over, make sure I centralise them in the middle of the board by eye. I don't need it too perfect. And then I'm going to trace around the outline of each number, going through 1 to 25. And then I will trace around each letter of the Christmas Countdown title. And this will transfer the pencil that we shaded onto the back of the paper onto the board, which provides the outline for us to paint in. And now for the painting. Be aware this does take some time. I think this took me maybe an hour. I have sped up the video so you don't have to wait around that long. Just make sure you have a mug of tea, coffee, glass of wine to the side of you to keep you going. The next step in your Christmas countdown journey is we need to drill the holes so that we can screw in the hooks that the wreath will hang on. As you can see, each number has a single hole drilled just above it. Now all the holes have been drilled, it's now time to fix in these little hooks. Now these are tiny little hooks, about 1 centimetre long, that I have got from, I believe it was Screwfix. It may have been Toolstation, can't quite remember now. It's a little while ago I got them and I've just had them hanging around. So I have screwed these in. They take a little bit of manhandling in, as you can see, having to use some pliers to get them in nice and tight. But once they're in, they fit flush and they only protrude a little bit, just enough to hang on our pipe cleaner wreath. Now for the pipe cleaner wreath. So I'm using this green pipe cleaner we showed you earlier. Now I'm bending it round to the size I need, just so it covers each of the numbers, and I'm just going to twist it in for that wreath effect. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm just going to make a little bow just to stick on top of the wreath to give it a little lift and give it a bit of colour. Now I didn't show this next one in the beginning because I changed my mind halfway through painting the board with the numbers and the letters. So I've decided to get this black and white check ribbon, which is wire edged, and I'm just going to make it into a little bow just to go in the bottom corner, just to add again a little bit more colour, a little bit more difference to the board. So I'm just folding it over 3 loops either side, and then I'm going to wrap a bit of twine around the middle, and then I'm going to pull each of the loops out to form a bow and twist it about, pull it about a little bit until I've got it in the shape I want, and then I'm going to fix it to the board with a dab of hot glue. And another addition I didn't show at the beginning, because again I changed my mind whilst I was doing it. I picked up these Garland ties in Poundland in the UK, and I think it's 10 or 12 in a pack for £1. So I decided to make it as per a garland like you would have on your mantelpiece or something similar along the top, and I'm going to stick some little red berries that I have got, some little holly berries along it to add the colour and sort of match in with the bow on the bottom. So I twisted 2 together, and I'm just forming it roughly into the shape I want, and then I'm going to fix it to the board with hot glue, then affix red berries on top again with hot glue. Now these sprigs I did show you earlier. This was part of the poinsettia bunch that I cut up earlier. And I'm using the fern, the 2 cones, a bunch of holly berries, and I'm going to stick these on again just to soften that bottom left hand corner. And there we have it, a fabulous homemade DIY Christmas countdown.
So that's it for this how-to video tutorial. I hope you guys liked it and found it helpful. And I'd love to hear about your creations, so please do in the comment section below. Otherwise, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel below. I do upload videos every single week, so if there's something you'd like to see, please do let me know and I will add that to my content calendar. And that's it from me today. So I'll see you all back here very soon. Bye bye.